presented by Dodge. We look at what Philadelphia has to finish out the 2018-2019 season. Tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Sixers home for the Milwaukee to finish out the 2018-2019 season. Tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Sixers home for the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll have that one for you on TNT. We're leading you right into that coverage. Bring you back with Rex Chapman. Only 10 times this season have the Sixers gotten their projected playoff starting lineup out there. You heard Brett Brown, if you were with us right at the top, address the new guy, and that is Greg Monroe. They officially signed him today. Redick will play tonight. No Jimmy Butler. James Ennis, a 3-and-D guy, is out, and we still are awaiting word on Joel Embiid. This is a team that many have talked about as the most talented starting five in the Eastern Conference. Maybe it's second in the NBA to the Warriors. How concerned are you about all of these injuries with less than a week before the playoffs?
I wasn't overly concerned until hearing Brett Brown's press conference just now. I hear some angst in his voice. He seems a bit concerned, not having his guys. And listen, going into the playoffs, continuity. You want that. You want reps down the stretch. When you don't have your best players, your starting five playing together, going down the stretch of a season, and this is a game they need to win tonight, to possibly avoid Boston in the playoffs. So, I think Brett Brown is reasonably concerned, but they'll battle through this. I think the big question is obviously Joel. It's Joel. When does he come back? How healthy is he? And then to what degree is Jimmy hurt? How badly is he hurt?
It seems like every couple of weeks there's a question about Jimmy, who hurt his back not too long ago. Last night he took a shot to the face, as you know about how difficult that could be, from Trae Young last night. But let's focus in on Embiid here, because he's a guy who, when he plays, the Sixers win. And he is, if he would have played enough games, he's in the MVP conversation. But over the last 20 games, he has missed 12 games. The Sixers are 6-6 in those games, Rex.
I think in this day of load management, it's not as big a deal as it used to be. You can throw guys out there. They seem to know guys are going to be in and out of the lineup from time to time. I just think that with this team, you got Tobias Harris at the deadline. You made some other moves. You changed up the dynamic of the team.
Yeah.
Brought in Jimmy. I'm not sure that these guys have had enough time together to really make a deep run. I'm pulling for them.
Right.
I have questions.
8-2 when that starting lineup does get out there and play together, but only 10 games. Just a couple of weeks ago on Thursday night, Kenny Smith sat in this seat with Dennis Scott, and they proclaimed that with all the tweaks that Elton Brand and Brett Brown and that great front office have done, that they could have the best bench in the Eastern Conference. And now you're hearing Brett Brown talk about, well, we just don't have enough. And think about the guys they gave away, and Sarge and Covington, who's got an injury and shut down for the year, and a guy like Landry Shamet, who's been playing out of his mind for the Clippers. So you think about, well, would you rather have depth, or would you rather have the star power of Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler?
Well, they answered that question. They would rather have the star power. And listen, I applaud Elton Brand. I think he's done a terrific job, and I think picking up Greg Monroe right now is a heck of an insurance policy if Joel is banged up at all during the playoffs. So, I think that Brett Brown has done an unbelievable job. Elton, a young executive in this league, is really making an imprint. I'm a big believer in what they've done there and pulling for them to do something. I'm pulling for them to really make Ben Simmons a better shooter this summer. That's what I'm pulling for.
Wow, you're looking ahead past the playoffs, looking to make Ben Simmons a better shooter. Well, right now, because of the way the Sixers have played of late, you mentioned it off the top, and with Boston winning last night, Boston and Indiana are now just 2.5 games behind the fourth place Philadelphia 76ers. Pardon me, the third place Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Philly is scared of Indiana. But I sure wouldn't want to play Boston in the first round. And you want to try to win tonight and do as much as you could do, because Boston they've had their ups and downs this year. They've been funky a lot of the season. It's been kind of tumultuous at times, but they are so talented that you get Kyrie Irving in the playoffs, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, that veteran group of guys, Gordon Hayward, they're deep. I think the Sixers would do well to avoid those guys in the first round.
All right, stay with us here on NBA TV. As soon as we learn about Joel Embiid's status, we will pass that along to you, as the Sixers are home tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Middleton appears like he will be giving it a go tonight, listed as probable tonight for the Bucks. We'll hear from Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year candidate, coming up next, as well as many special guests from around